of our ownership, management, or staff.
But they should.
Welcome to Tech Talk 2020 with Sanjay Parker. I'm your humble tech show host, Sanjay Parker, and I'm here with Mike Carswell to talk to you about all things technology related for your home, your business, and your life. Got a cool show for you today. It's a very hot show, and we're going to be talking about exploding phones or phones that catch fire, or more specifically, the Samsung Galaxy Note 7.
My friend, hey everybody, welcome to Tech Talk 2020. All my friends out there who are listening, you're all my friends. My friend just mentioned it's going to be a hot show on a cool topic, or it can be a cool show on a hot topic. I don't care about the temperature. I'm just glad I'm here on 1330 AM, WINT Radio, Integrity Radio, and 101.5 FM, WINT Radio. You know what, guys? You can listen to us a lot of different ways. You can listen to us directly on the air. You can catch us on WINTradio.com. But the important thing is that we get smarter together and that you guys enjoy yourselves listening to Tech Talk 2020. Sanjay, talk to me about this telephone issue you're discussing.
Ooh, this one's one hot mess. All right, no more puns.
We're hot again.
So, all right, first of all, let me start off by saying
Yes, sir.
there used to be an app that came out very short term on the iPhone store, on the Apple store, and you could download it, and it would generate heat using your phone to warm your hands by heating up the GPS. And so you could make your phone hot. Now, Apple banned that one because it was draining battery like there was no tomorrow.
I'm sure.
Plus, obvious risks, right? So you're
Yeah.
overheating the phone and all that
Wow,
stuff.
who would do
But-
that? I can see that as a joke.
Yeah, well, people downloaded it. I mean, it's a cool idea.
Hey, Mom, pick up the hotline, would you?
Yeah. But what we're talking about today is
Sure.
a phone that, while charging or sometimes not, heated up to the point where it caught fire and caused quite a bit of problems. That's the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. And let's just understand what happened, what that impact was, and then let's talk about next steps, right?
Now, first of all, though, you're saying you're truly speaking of this in a past tense reference. So please note, everyone out there, that this is something that occurred, and as far as I understand, is not occurring anymore. So let the fear subside. This is part of our past, kind of like dinosaurs.
In tech talk, this was dinosaur ages ago. It was in August of this year. I mean, I don't even know. Were we using typewriters in August of this year?
Funny.
Yeah.
You so crazy.
So the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 had a ton of promise when it came out. It was released on August 2nd of this year. And this Samsung Galaxy Note series was really something that started in 2011, and it's had critical acclaim, right? They were really responsible for ushering in the phablet era, Phablet. Do you know what a phablet is?
Phablet. Okay. Now, I know what a tablet is because I used to watch the Flintstones. And I also saw the Ten Commandments movie. It's right. But a phablet, I'm going to guess, is going to be a fantastic tablet.
That's very close. It's a phone plus a tablet. So it's not quite small,
so it's PH.
like a phone to fit in your pocket. It's not quite big like a tablet where you have to put it in your briefcase.
I'm with you.
It's a phablet.
So phablet's not, wait a minute, just excuse me here. So a phablet is spelled PH,
Yes.
not with an F.
You got it right.
Gotcha.
I guess it could have said tone instead of tablet phone, but that doesn't ring. So phablet was cool. So this new Samsung Galaxy Note 7 had a ton of promise. So great new operating system. It had the Android Marshmallow operating system,
Impressive.
version 6.01. And it was going to be upgraded to Nougat, the next version, because they go in order, right? Marshmallow, Nougat. The next one will be O, et cetera.
We are truly a food-oriented society.
That's right. Yeah, right. And then Jelly Bean was earlier, the Android version. It's pretty cool
right.
stuff. So it had unbelievable HD video quality, awesome new camera apps, tons of customization features. It was really built to be the flagship of Samsung's phone offerings. It even had battery-saving features built into the phone.
So battery-saving features would have come in handy when you were trying to use something to heat your phone up to warm your hands.
Quite potentially. But here, let me tell you what happened in the form of a Dr. Seuss rhyme.
See, what had happened was...
This is a first.
Okay,
Go ahead, you try it.
No, what had happened was... See, go ahead. Oh, you want to rap it?
So, no, do Dr. Seuss. I'm not going to do that on the air.
All right, man.
Okay, but thank you.
I got your
We'll do that
beatbox
I'll
here if you
practice.
need it, man.
I need rehearsal.
Okay.
You plug your smartphone into the bedside charger and place it on your nightstand with care.
Mm-hmm.
You wake to find your nightstand in flames, smoke billowing everywhere. Pretty
Need
cool.
some
huh?
sound effects.
Everywhere. Or
Wow.
so that was a rhyme. That's kind of lame. But anyway, maybe it's your car, or maybe it's your hotel room. Maybe it's the plane that you're on, or your entire home. That's what happened with the Samsung Galaxy Note 7.
And what percentages are we talking about here? Did it happen to 12 people's phones, 11,
Right.
97, 122? And then when is that number significant?
Oh, right. And that's a debate.
Well, it's significant if it's yours.
In this country, in the U.S., one or two issues that make the press are significant, right?
Yeah, sure.
Statistically insignificant. So released August 2nd,
Mhm.
they had 1 million of these. They manufactured 2.5 million.
Okay.
By the time they had 35 out of that, 2.5 million, 35 reported incidents of overheating worldwide,
Yeah.
they made the unprecedented decision to recall every single one of the million that were out there, of the 2.5 million that were manufactured.
Right.
So within weeks, really, what happened was several weeks, they decided to recall all those. So that's 1 million of the 2.5 million. Over time, there's been about 100 events in the U.S. total now.
I consider that impressive that when someone absolutely, a manufacturer and or an individual has made a mistake, that they come forward, admit the mistake, and are really ready to make up the, the reconciliation for their mistakes.
That's
that,
one of the-
that doesn't happen often.
Right, and that's going to happen more and more, and that's one of the greatest things about technology in human advance. Today, the manufacturer or the business or the large entity or the government doesn't control the narrative.
He stuck the
Right.
government in there.
We control the narrative because we have social media. We have the democratization of content. Everybody's able to get published. The narrative is no longer controlled by any entity alone.
Rock and roll, man. That
That's
sounds
right.
awesome.
That is awesome. So they started to exchange these batteries or these phones, right? And they said, there's two different manufacturers of the batteries. One of them is faulty, and we're not going to tell you who it was, but
Sure.
we're going to throw them under the bus. We're just going to take all these phones and swap them out. So they took all these phones, and they worked with governments. They worked with businesses. They worked with all these companies to get refunds and exchanges into the hands of the people who bought them.
What about if you didn't want one back? Did those
You
people
could-
get their money back?
Totally get a refund.
Amazing.
Samsung was totally good with that, but guess what?
Yes, sir.
Those exchanged phones caught fire too. So the timeline, think about the timeline. August 2nd, 35 it launched. A month or 6 weeks later, 35 incidents. They get a couple more on the recalled ones.
Yeah.
October 13th, literally 2 months and 11 days later,
Mm-hmm.
they said, look, we don't know what the problem is. Well, I'll tell you what they think the problem is.
Yeah.
They said, we're not going to fix it. We're taking back all these phones globally and recalling them. We're never selling them again.
Oh, that's impressive. Now, see, I have a Samsung Galaxy 7 as well, but I don't have a Note 7,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a difference there. So the phablet, as you were calling it, must have had a larger screen,
Mm-hmm.
and it had the features of a phone and a tablet. That's why it's called a phablet, ladies and gentlemen. And so I got the right phone but I don't have the phablet features, the
Right.
tablet features
So
on my
the
phone.
key to this whole debacle,
What is the key?
the key. Okay, so in the manufacturing process, everybody wants thinner.
Mm-hmm.
They want more power in the same form factor, which means my little phone of today is 100 times more powerful than the Cray supercomputer of many years ago.
Gotcha.
Right? And we know that, right?
Yep.
We talked about it on a previous show, the PlayStation 4 is 10 times more powerful than a computer that we spent $50 million on for research the U.S. did 10 years earlier. So
I need
we
to
know,
upgrade.
yeah, we know all we know all that's happening.
I need to upgrade my gaming system.
So
Yes.
core to these devices to
Uh-huh.
make all of this fancy stuff work is the battery. Now the battery provides zero function for people using the phone. It's not a feature, right? Every phone has a battery. Your goal is to squeeze as much juice into that small battery space as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem with lithium-ion battery packs, which are amazingly good because you get a lot of power out of small batteries.
But wait a minute. I thought lithium, you took that if you had schizophrenia.
No,
That's
I
a
think that
whole-
causes.
Yeah, no,
Schizo-
forget
yeah.
it. That's-
Anyway, so lithium-ion battery packs are very efficient, very powerful. However, those little battery packs inside the liquid
Mhm.
is highly, highly flammable.
Aha.
So what can happen is if there's a puncture in that battery or a weak spot, that spot heats up really quickly because that's where the most resistance is. And when that heats up quickly, it can ignite the liquid inside, causing fires.
Wow.
So why do they continue to use this? Well, there's no better technology today, smaller and better. And again, Mike, just like you said, statistically, the errors are so small. So we've weighed as businesses, as countries, as the world, to proceed with human progress when the casualties are very small. So we all would agree that those old phones that Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell had are not as good as the functional smartphones that we have today, and we're willing to trade off and be a little careful with it. Now, if they all exploded randomly, then we'd have a problem. But these are statistically small errors. It's happened before, by the way.
I hate to play Mr. Grinch, but Saved by the Bell reference, you're killing me, man. Not one of my favorite shows, but that's okay.
You only have like one or two favorite shows, and nobody knows.
Oh, everybody knows Sanford and Son. Come on.
You like that?
There's no better half hour of my life than
Gilligan's
Sanford and
Island?
Son. I'm telling you, Fred Sanford is the man.
Anyway,
I was accurate here. See, I have a little bit of a medical background, and lithium was used to treat a bipolar disorder.
wow.
Did you know that?
Don't get any ideas
so
out there with your
Are you telling me
old
that
phone
my
batteries.
phone has some element of bipolar? Never mind.
Yeah. So, interesting. But think about this.
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay, here
thinking.
was Samsung's response on what happened. So here's their quote. I'm going to read it. Here's the response. The defect was revealed when several contributing factors happened simultaneously, which included sub-optimized assembly processes that created variations of tension and exposed electrodes due to insufficient insulation tape.
Sounds like the perfect storm.
It's crazy. That talks to the manufacturing process of trying to squeeze more into less.
Mm-hmm.
Think about a roll of toilet paper, Mike. So if I give you 2 rolls of toilet paper out of the grocery store, one is really skinny and wound tightly, but it has the same number of sheets as one that's as big as let's say a Bounty kitchen roll.
Gotcha.
Which one would you want in your bathroom?
Well, me, I'm all about big.
Which
So,
one would you want to take with you traveling?
I'm sure I would take the cool, slick, sleek one.
That's right, because you get more in
Yes.
less form factor. Well,
You get more. It's just like ice in your soda pop.
Right.
Yeah. No ice, you get
Ice.
more soda.
you're right. Well, what if, anyway, yeah, that's totally right. Think about that. So the manufacturing defect could have been that, the positive and negative electrodes within the battery itself were squeezed so tight that they punctured the actual membrane that was protecting the lithium-ion batteries.
Wow.
I mean, that's because of the design. You can't change that. So if the current state of technology is that's the smallest, thinnest battery you can get in that size, and it's always going to have that problem because it's so tightly compacted, what can you do but kill the existence of that phone?
So Samsung Note 7s no longer exist in the marketplace. They bought them all back, or there's a few
Now people are
collectors
holding on
out
to
there
them.
that
There's
kept them.
Yeah, they're not supporting them. They're banned from airplanes because one started smoking on an airplane.
Wow.
There's no smoking on airplanes, you know that. And
No smoking
and so
on
that happened. But again, this is not the first time this happened, right? So remember the hoverboard craze from a couple of years ago?
gosh.
Those are catching on fire.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
because
you mean that they're selling a lot of them, or do you mean that they're very popular, or that they mean they're literally catching on fire?
They're smoking on fire. Yeah.
That's a kind of a Back to the Future reference, and again, that was a movie from your era.
Yes.
The
that's a good one.
hoverboards and
Yes,
the
yes.
tennis shoes that lace themselves up. Those are available now too.
Yep.
But they didn't have Galaxy phablets.
And the
back then.
DeLoreans and the Libyans and that weird shaped van. That was always fun.
All right,
Now-
go on. We have to take a break, guys. Having fun.
So hoverboards and Nokia recalled 46 million batteries in 2009 because they were catching on fire. This is not a new thing. When we come back from the jump, we'll
Yes.
talk about the impact to Nokia and what they're doing next.
Aha. So thank you for listening for the first portion of Tech Talk 2020. We look forward to rapping at you in the second half. Tweet at us at Tech Talk 2020 or hit us up on Facebook, Tech Talk 2020. Here on WINT Radio, 101.5 FM and 1330 AM. Talk to you in a minute.
Pat O'Brien Chevrolet is Ohio's #1 Chevy retailer, which means we sell more new Chevys than anybody. That means we take in more fresh trades, over 1,000 used vehicles, all makes and models, sale price to move out immediately. Save time and money at Pat O'Brien Chevrolet.
Lake Tran's extended holiday hours are giving you more time to get around town this holiday season. Starting Monday, November 7th, Lake Tran routes run until 10 p.m. on weekdays and Saturdays until 9. Lake Tran salutes our veterans on Veterans Day, operating all services including park and ride to Cleveland on Friday, November 11th. Not sure which bus to take? Before you head out, check in at laketran.com to plan your trip or track your bus in real time. Holiday hours, real-time arrival, fares, and more at laketran.com. Hop on, we'll drive.
It's car season at Pat O'Brien Chevrolet. No other dealer in Ohio has more or sells more new Chevys. No matter where you are, you're just a short drive from our huge inventory, which saves you time. And upfront pricing saves you money. We got them. Come get them at Pat O'Brien Chevrolet.
This is Ron Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, and we recently received an email from our customer, Mary Ann, who purchased a mattress from us almost 20 years ago. Mary Ann said that mattress proved to be the best mattress purchase that she had ever made. As a result, she returned to us to purchase a new mattress last month and bought the exact same model. She said, "It is wonderful and lives up to all of your standards. I will need another mattress soon and will purchase the exact same one again. Thanks for making such a great product. We are proud to say that other repeat customers have shared similar stories over the years. They appreciate the quality and value that we provide and trust us to build mattresses to a higher standard. And we do. We put quality first and still make two-sided mattresses with real working box springs. Moreover, selling factory direct allows us to offer excellent quality at an affordable price. The Original Mattress Factory. Experience more than just a mattress store. Experience an original."
Welcome back to Tech Talk 2020 with Sanjay Parker. I'm here with my co-host Mike Carswell, and today we are talking about the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, its promise, its problems, and its premature demise. You like that on the fly, the P words?
I wish I'd written that down. And we're here to get smarter together. Hey, welcome back to Tech Talk 2020. Sanjay, with no delay, let's get right back into this subject here because we're talking about some hot, cool phones.
Yes.
Or cool, hot phones.
Well,
or
yeah.
hot, cool topics, whatever.
So we know that they were catching fire.
Yes.
Sometimes when they're charging, sometimes not. Smoked on planes. They had all kinds of issues. So the public lost trust in it. And Samsung actually took the step, unprecedented, to recall all of those phones, get them out of the hands of people, and basically kill that entire line. They decided, not the entire line, that entire model. And they decided that it was not worth fixing because nobody would buy it anyway. So, we know it's not the first time we had these issues. How many hoverboards have been sold?
Hoverboards.
Since they banned selling them on Amazon, they were catching on fire. Lithium ion is a highly sophisticated battery technology, but again, it's flammable. There's, you got to put protection around those things. Tesla vehicles are based on lithium ion batteries, but they have a different cell structure. Interestingly, it's not one unit with liquid floating around. It's individual little, looks like big AA batteries, and they've got thousands of them under there so that if one cell ruptures, the other cells are protected and all of this fun stuff. So you got to be careful with that. So there's definitely trade-offs.
So I didn't know they banned hoverboards.
Well, I don't know if they're banned from being sold on Amazon last year. I don't know.
Wow,
I'm sure you can get some, but that big craze, just it kind of.
I saw quite a few YouTube videos where people running into things and making fools themselves.
Trust is so critical in products today, right? You can't hide that. Remember those Buckyballs? Remember that?
Mm-mm.
So this is 10 years ago. I think they were Buckyballs. These little magnet things that kids played with, but they were swallowing them. Kids swallow things. And the problem was they were so strong that if you had one or two or whatever, they would literally go in, pinch together, and put holes through your intestines. Right. And so they were fighting that for the longest time, but then the public was like that, stop buying it, and then they decided to stop fighting it. It was really
Buckyballs.
tough.
I miss those, man.
Yeah.
Well, but we have a pretty safe house there in the Carswell house, so we missed out on the Buckyballs.
Right. So Samsung took a big hit because of this.
Sure.
I mean, it's a monumental. I mean, imagine if Apple canceled the iPhone 6 because of problems.
Ooh, man.
I mean, people would cry in the streets. I mean, that would be a really bad day. But that would be a huge, significant financial impact to Apple. But they wouldn't go out of business. I believe they have, I'm going to just get this off the top of my head, but it's roughly this, $237 billion in cash in the bank. Do you know that? Apple makes more money off of interest every quarter than some large countries.
Wait, but you said Apple. You switched from Samsung.
Right. So we're talking about Apple.
Okay.
And if they had an iPhone issue, but they still have money, they're not going to go out of business.
They have $247 billion in the bank?
I think it was 237.
What kind of bank is that?
I don't know.
I'm
A bank
around.
that you and I will never...
Those are the banks that...
Here,
the Cayman Island banks or whatever? Those are the ones that those guys have their money?
Yeah.
Because that's not Third Federal.
$233 billion.
Okay, in the bank.
Yeah, so it's a little bit off.
Is that because it's a rainy day fund?
It is. I mean, where else? They're investing it in everything they can.
Yeah.
It's there collecting interest, so it's good.
Wow, that's one rainy day.
So Samsung has a lot of rainy day money.
That's
too.
Noah in the flood kind of rainy day.
Yeah, right. Well, this is a flood, right? This is when you cancel a whole product line. Let me see here. So
Sure.
we're going to look at this first.
By But I did. By the way, I did look up buckyballs, and they did exist, and you were telling the truth.
Yeah, so I always tell the truth on Tech Talk 2020.
And we're getting
with
smarter
Sanjay
together.
Parker. So Samsung has about 40 billion or whatever it is, give or take.
Uh-huh.
They took that big hit, and they're gonna stay in business, right? But for the period between July and September of this year, 2016. Now remember, this was launched in August, so
Right,
it's only
August
a
the 2nd.
partial impact. This is the last quarter that they reported. Their operating profit fell by 1.5 billion euros. And all they normally do is 3.74 billion euros. That's like a huge slump,
bet.
right?
I
That's
bet.
almost, so it's like a 30% slump. They fell 1.5 billion down to 3.74 billion, so they must have been around, 4.2 or 4.3 billion. That's a big slump in operating profit. And
Sure.
they said that was because most of the blame for that is the Galaxy Note 7 recall, and they were saying that for IT and mobile communications division, which is where that phone came from, their earnings declined due to the discontinuation of the product. They also blamed all the cost in the manufacturing recall that they ate.
Sure.
Revenue took a hit
I
in
bet.
that period too. So July to September, it fell 2.79 billion euros down to only 34 billion. But that's a huge hit. That's like 10% almost. Or 9%.
So we're looking at 2.5 million of these manufactured, but only 1 million hit the street. So they had to destroy the 2.5 million that didn't hit the street, which is, I guess, if you're trying to make sure you get a significant portion of the product off the street, they were successful there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're taking a major league hit, and they've survived. Samsung has survived, I'm assuming.
So far, right? But trust is going to be key. So here's their
Okay.
focus. So now they're working on the Galaxy S8, which is not the Note. It's just the next little
Yeah, that'll
phone.
be the next one for me because I have the S7.
Yep, and that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be rumored to be almost all screen.
Okay,
So-
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What else next can we expect our phones to do? Right now, I can order a pizza. I can drive from here to Tacoma, Washington with the phone talking to me the whole time.
Right.
What else can we do? I can buy Indians tickets. I mean, you name it. I can do everything on my phone. So what's next, man?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, we talked about being able to take an eye exam on your phone and not
Sure.
even go to a doctor's office. And, there's Teledoc. We should talk about that in the future, where you can
Yeah.
actually talk live video to a doctor who can prescribe medication.
I
for
have
you.
my doctor's home phone number.
Yeah. But can he see the little rash
I'm
on your
with
belly
you.
button?
I understand.
Why did I say that?
I got
Anyway.
this bump behind my left nostril. Can you help me out
Yeah,
with it? No.
Get up in there. That's why good high definition cameras like in the Galaxy S8
Mm-hmm.
will be good. They're also doing something around an artificial intelligence assistant. They just trademarked the name
Uh-oh.
Bixby.
Uh-oh.
Kind of like Bill Bixby.
I
Wasn't
remember
that the
him.
Incredible Hulk?
That's right. But before that, everybody out there, Courtship of Eddie's Father, he was the dude on that. You don't even remember that, do you?
Eddie's. Is that Herman Munster? Eddie?
You got to be really ancient to remember the Courtship of Eddie's Father.
I don't know what that is.
I'll tell you one of these days. I'll help you out.
All right, sounds good.
It
So,
was a TV show.
so they're going to release a Note 8.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get that out there. They're working on it. It's going to be in 2017. They're going to get rid of the Galaxy moniker, though. It's just going to be the Samsung Note 8.
Okay.
And their focus on that phone, and I'm going to talk to you about what's important, but they're really going to focus on safety for that phone. Safety.
Okay. So it's going to have a chip in it so my kids know where I'm at all the time?
I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
it definitely doesn't mean that they're going to get the most performance and the longest battery life. It's going to be focused on safety because they need to rebuild that trust. So
Aha.
to you, I know
Marketing.
you do a lot of stuff with your phone. You
Yes,
live
I
on your
do.
phone.
I leave it in the car often, too, like I did before the show.
And it's durable.
Oh, it's the S7 and the S6. I've owned both of those. I'm not dedicated to one type of phone or something. There's some people that are totally aligned and allegiance to a particular model. But my phones are good. They've always been good. Even when I had a BlackBerry, I was happy with my phone. I'm easy to please. Just ask my wife. Just throw it out in front of me, and I'll normally eat it. So, but my phone, you want to know some of the things I do with it? Well, actually, my 20-something kids actually can send me money when they OPOP money. They send me money in an application called Venmo, which we've been exchanging cash that way. I utilize my phone, obviously, for a game or two. I love Angry Birds Seasons, Angry Birds, whatever. I'll play a little Angry Birds. But primarily for communication and technology. I'm sorry, and texting back and forth to check my emails in the different areas where I'm at. That's pretty much what I use my phone for.
Wow, that's cool. So think about this. Future of phones, right? My view on that is, okay, we have a form factor issue, right? We have a physical phone. It has to fit in your pocket. It has to show you everything on the screen. It has to have enough room for you to type, right? The BlackBerry had its built-in keyboard.
Forget the BlackBerry, the Samsung 7. Yes, I got all those features you mentioned.
What if the phone was the size of a quarter?
Well, the problem with that for dudes like me, who my vision isn't what it used to be, so
Well,
I can't see.
We have a great solution for that. So they've already got phones that
Yes.
are experimenting with this. It's going to get better. Where you hit a button and it projects an on-table keyboard that you type, and it also projects the screen with a mini data projector on the wall or on somewhere where it's much bigger for you. Why do I need to be locked into the form factor based on the screen size and me typing? I can take a phone with me in my front little pocket and always have it, and I bring it out and I project, and that's probably in the next 5 years.
Hologram?
Potentially something like that. It's that cyber physical interface. It's
Sure.
displaying things that aren't really there, but when I interact with that, it actually happens. I already have prototype technology where we can take a Wii remote, project an infrared signal onto a wall, and as you draw on the wall, it's like you're drawing on a dry erase board, even though you're doing it with your finger and it's not leaving anything permanent. So we can meld those two systems pretty easily today.
I think technology will continue to move faster and faster, just like everything else has. And I agree with you. But every now and then you kind of go, I like the way that this was made. Or I'm just getting here. Now it's going to take off again. I think that's a challenge for people.
I was so cool when I had my Motorola Razr flip phone. That was awesome. Like yellow.
My phone used to say droid. Remember how cool that was?
We have come a long way, but we promise we'll always keep you up to speed on what's happening today, a little bit yesterday, and tomorrow.
Well, don't rely on me. Rely on this technology guy here. I'm just here for you people. I'm the translator. But yeah, I am happy to hear that things in technology continues to grow because, I check everything from, oh my gosh, I can check bank accounts, my gas bill, I pay everything I do with my phone these days. And it's getting kind of convenient here. A little scary sometimes, though. Who am I trusting with this? But I still write checks when necessary.
Thank you for sharing.
You guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Tech Talk 2020. Sanjay Parker, Mike Carswell here on our fun show where we like to get smarter together. So you guys learned about the phones tonight. So we did get smarter together. And we look forward to our next topic in our next week. So thank you for tuning in to 1330 AM WINT Radio and 101.5 FM. If you are listening to us on the FM dial, let us know. That's cool. Hit us up on Tech Talk 2020 on Facebook and Tech Talk 2020 on Twitter. Have a fantastic week. We'll wrap at you in 7 days.
Thanks, everyone.